Hey, it's Tuxedo Mark. It's 9:53 a.m. on Tuesday, June 29, 2021, and I'm gonna be playing some Oregon Trail. Um, so the Oregon Trail, um, for those of you that might be too young to remember, is kind of an educational computer game. Uh, I remember playing it back in school. I'm trying to remember when I first played it, and I honestly don't remember. Um, the game was released on the Apple II in 1985. Um, on DOS in 1990. So I'm not sure, but I'm not sure which computer system that I played on. But I think I remember, unless I'm misremembering, that I might have played it in my ninth grade English class, which would have been the 92-93 school year, but I could be off about that. I could be remembering doing something else on the computer in that class. But I know I've played Oregon Trail for sure. Um, so I'm going to be playing on Apple IIe emulator. Um, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to beat the game a few times, and it's a pretty quick game. You could probably beat it multiple times in 1 hour. I'm going to try different professions and just see how well that I can do with how many survivors and which profession, stuff like that. I'm gonna start it off easy and then um, increase the difficulty with each game that I play. And as long as I make it to Oregon, I consider that a win. And then I'll just the high score, I guess, will be the determining factor in how well that did with like the number of surviving um, party members and um, the amount of supplies that I brought and the amount of money and stuff like that. So it's an educational game based on basically the historic traveling of the Oregon Trail by pioneers out west. Um, and supposedly it's historically accurate. I haven't read too deeply into how well that the game mirrors the actual map and the route that people actually took to get to Oregon. But let me see here. Apparently, the game dates all the way back to 1971, but that was a text-based video game. It wasn't even graphical. So the graphical version was commissioned in October of 1984. Um, okay. The development lasted for 10 months from October of 1984 to the end of July 1985. The game was released in autumn 1985. Oddly, I don't seem to be able to find uh, an exact release date. But yeah, so let's try it out. Okay, so first thing that we do is load the ROM into the disk drive. This is like putting one of those big 5 1/4 inch floppy disks in there. And I think, if I remember correctly, the game was on a two-sided disc, I think, and then you had to flip it over partway through the game. I think that's how it was. Anyway, now you hit the Apple. Okay, and you got a few options here. You can see the Oregon top 10. And as you can see, I've played the game a few times. Um, just to load up some of the screens here. Um, it basically tells you how you can earn points and stuff like that. You can learn about the trail. It's basically try to set the mood a little bit. It's a 2,000 mile journey. It gives some hints, kind of, sorta. Okay, so let's travel the trail. So first, I'm gonna be the banker, which is my usual pick because the banker has the most money. Although the banker has the least amount of use once you get to Oregon. I don't know, you don't actually play anything in Oregon. The game ends once you reach your destination. But based on the usefulness of the arriving character, um, you get points based on that. So farmers have the most use, but also have the least amount of starting money. So it's kind of a trade-off. Here, I'll load up the differences. Okay, so I'm gonna be the banker. I'll name myself as the leader. I don't really have any other character names, so it's just it gives you some pre-made names. Sure. Okay. All right. Now, you can choose when to leave, when to depart on your journey, and here's some advice that they give you. You attend a public meeting held for folks with the California Oregon fever. So you might not want to leave too early, might not want to leave too late. Lack of grass if you leave too early. Winter might you might not get to Oregon before winter comes if you leave too late. All right, so let's try May. All right, so we got to shop first. Yeah, 1,600 in cash, which I'm sure was a lot of money back then. Matt, the owner of the general store, gives you some advice on what to buy. So first thing that I'm going to do is buy the food. Can carry a max of 2,000 pounds. And I found it's best to buy as much as you can early on because the prices increase as you progress along the trail. So get 50. Let's get. I can get 20 sets of clothing, maybe. All right. So that's like four per person. Um, Spare parts. Let's try four wagon. Oh, can only carry three. All right. So three wagon wheels, three wagon axles, three wagon tongues. In case parts break down. So now let's do oxen. You need something to pull your wagon, right? So two oxen and a yoke. I recommend at least three yoke. Let's do four. Um, Ammunition. Do we want to hunt? I guess if it comes down to it, we'll. It's not that expensive, so 20 boxes of bullets. So we got like 400 bullets. Um, and now spent just over half of the money. So let's leave the store. Okay. You get music every so often. All right, so now we got a few options before we leave on May 1st. Um, you can stop and buy supplies again if you want. I mean, but are you not in Matt's store? I mean, it doesn't tell you. Uh, once you see Matt's general store only at the beginning of the game, and then once you leave that, then you get just this generic screen whenever you want to buy something. It would have been nice if they created like stores with new artwork for every store along the trail, but whatever. Um, you can stop to talk. You can talk to people um, if you want. They give you some advice, or they might complain. It might be disguised as advice. So, and I think there's only a few um, per location. So you can attempt to trade if you really need an item. You can stop to rest if your health declines. Let's look at the map. I mean, it's I don't know how useful that this is, but yeah. So we got a while to go, certainly. Um, Check supplies. It'll tell you what you have. Okay. Now here's where we change pace and change food rations. Let's let's look at the pace. You can find out what each of these different paces mean. Basically, it's about how many hours per day um, that you travel. And whether you rest or not during um, yeah, so all right, so I think you see a problem is if you go too slow you'll go through the food faster, um, because the journey will take longer, and also it'll take longer to arrive. You might not arrive before winter gets there. If you travel too fast, you won't need as much food, but your health will suffer, but you'll make it to Oregon quicker, assuming your party doesn't die. Let's do a strenuous pace. It's right in the middle, so, all right, food rations. Let's do, yeah, let's keep it, let, actually, let's do meager at first and switch to filling later. Let's save up some food. Um, Now, let's quickly look at the attempt to trade just so you can see what it looks like. And you can say yes or no. And I'm not sure if all of these are preset or if they're kind of randomized, but um, sometimes they'll say no one wants to trade with you. So then you're out of luck. But I thought no one wanted to trade with me today. Anyway, um, so yeah, let's continue on the trail. Why is it May 4th already? I didn't stop to rest. Is the attempt to trade taking away my days, or or is the top? Is that what happened? I'll have to look back at it later. Anyway, continue on the trail. I lost 30 pounds of food because of that. You can press return to pause the game and size up the situation, which means you can make changes if you need it. How did Sarah get the measles already? We've been on the trail for 2 days. Found 42 bullets. Sure, we can look around. Or if you look around, you get some music and artwork, and then you have an option to do stuff. Let's talk to people. Okay, don't ford any river deeper than a wet bed, about 2.5 feet. All right. All right. Okay, so continue on trail. Uh 3.5 feet deep in the middle. So don't try to cross. You can attempt to ford the river. Yeah, don't do that. Caulk the wagon and float across, which means there's a risk of it tipping over. And then apparently you could die, you could lose supplies, stuff like that. Or you can take a ferry across. Or just wait around to see if conditions improve. So let's get more information. All right, so let's take the ferry. $5. You have to wait 5 days. Oh, okay. If you take the ferry, you're guaranteed safe passage. All right, big blue river crossing. Sure, let's look around. Okay. Talk to people. Let's talk to people. Big Louie. Set them at a fair pace. Oh yeah, your animals, I guess, your oxen can die or get injured or whatever if you push them too hard. Um, so you get these like NPCs that he talked to. Um, kind of adds a bit of character to the game. Anyway, so let's continue. 2.1 feet deep in the middle. We should be able to ford the river because they said don't go more than 2.5 feet. So stuck in the mud, lose one day. Okay, Fort Kearney. That's the first fort in the game where we can buy supplies. Let's look at a grave. This came on a ROM like this, so I guess someone just um, made the ROM out of someone's actual game, like that had been played, and it saved this grave in here. Uh, my later playthroughs of the game will go a lot quicker. I'm just showing everything off on this first playthrough. Big Louie. Hey, Big Louie. Could be the easiest stretch of the whole trip. All right. And it says, hey, might see some buffalo to kill, antelopes or whatever. Ooh, yeah, this is some harsh critiquing of, food waste by the hunters. Anyway, so we can buy supplies now if we want. Let's check our supplies. Still got basically everything except the food. Um, we used 180 pounds of food. So, um, I think did we start with 2,000? I don't even remember now. But we got 1820 right now. Um, let's buy some more food, I guess. All right, so let's leave the store and continue. Traveling about 30 miles per day. Okay, so you get like around 3 people to talk to per location, I've noticed. All right, so let's continue. Fort Laramie. Measles. Oh, health's poor. Oh yeah, you can run out of water. Okay, now to do disc two, we have to go up here, select the second disc. I'm gonna hit spacebar. Oh, it's not the second disc, it's side two, base. Yeah. So yeah, I did flip the disc over. Sure, let's look around. So like less than halfway through the trail, you already flipped the disc over. Um, let's talk to people. The Pawnee are the mortal enemies of the Sioux. I would not hesitate to kill any Pawnee I met. Okay. That's what you want to hear from people, right? Oh, this character doesn't even get a name. It's just a woman traveler, a mountain man. All right. Okay. So actually, let's stop to rest. Let's do 5 days. All right. Health's back up to fair. So let's continue. Independence Rock. I'm surprised that would. Oh, I guess when you do lose some days, it counts as resting because my health jumps back up to fair briefly. Wow, lots of things happening to the party. Seeing how my health just jumped back up to fair. All right. Uh, let's talk to people. I notice Aunt Rebecca Sims shows up a lot. Big Louie. Okay, I want to see what that young boy said about carving his name on the rock. So apparently there are some famous names. I guess if you want to look them up, famous names of people that carved their names on the rock. All right. Um, let let's stop to rest for 5 days. All right. Maybe my health isn't going up to good because I'm still using meager rations, but let's continue. South Pass. Once we get halfway through the trail, I'll switch to filling rations. Or not, yeah, filling rations, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's stop to rest again for 5 days and continue. Okay, head for Green River Crossing or head for Fort Bridger. See the map. Doesn't really help. I guess Fort Bridger, if I'm guessing correctly, is like an extra fort that you can stop at. So let's do that. Let's go the long way. Cholera? All right, let's talk to people. Let's just Aunt Rebecca now, not Aunt Rebecca Sims. Um, oh, I. So she's saying basically it wasn't worth stopping at this fort. Tired-looking woman. Okay. So apparently he has the founder of this fort, Jim Bridger, is a mountain man, and he has a blacksmith shop and a small store here. And his partner's named Vasquez. Okay. So is this like actual? That's probably actual historical information, right? All right. So now let's stop to rest for 5 days. I'm wondering if the pace is affecting uh, how high, how much that my health increases or decreases, even if I'm stopping to rest. Does it? I mean, if I had changed the pace to steady and rested for 5 days, would my health have increased faster, even though I'm literally just resting either way? Um, anyway, now let's change the food rations. I'm gonna monitor how much food is being consumed and how many miles I'm making per day. Um, let's let's stop to rest for 5 more days and continue. Soda Springs. 112 miles per day. Um, 15 pounds of food per day. Oh, thief stole 5 bullets from me. So, okay, whatever. Some thief you are. I'm eating more pounds of food than miles that I'm traveling per day. But at this point, Got less than 800 miles left, so I can afford to do it. When I played this game as a kid, I was so excited to get Soda Springs because I was like, does that mean we get to drink some soda? Anyway, um, talk to people. So, oh, um, all right. So, let's not stop to rest. Let's just continue for now. 57 miles to Fort Hall. Okay, sure. Let's talk to people. So basically, a lot of this text gives either advice or just some kind of historical flavor. Um, I noticed, and Rebecca's last name has been dropped. Did she get divorced somewhere along the way? Anyway, so let's continue. Okay. Oh, John's died. Oh, there goes one of my party members. Hey, does that mean we're gonna go through food less quickly? Beth has died, huh? It sucks. How did the thief make off with 6 oxen? Anyway, it seems like with each party member that dies, um, let's try repair. Sometimes you can try repair the. Yeah. Okay. It seems with each party member that dies, and the less party members that you have, the less amount of food that you go through per day, I guess. Let's check the supplies. Got 2 oxen. It should be able to make it. Can't believe that thief stole 6 oxen from me. Um. Anyway, I think now I've got only three party members, right? So anyway, let's talk to people. Big Louie, frantic wife. Okay. What's this? Some kind of I don't know, some weird box popped up. Anyway. So let's continue, I guess. 6 feet deep. We ain't fording the river. Hire an Indian to help. Okay. Let's get more